Continues to defend his plan to impose widespread tariffs on imported goods, even as stocks in the U.S. drop again. The Dow tumbled 1,000 points, wiping out a chunk of Wednesday's historic rally. The Nasdaq and S&P also experienced significant drops. NBC's Yamiche Alcindor continues our coverage in Washington.
As American stock markets were plunging yet again, President Trump insisting his tariff plan to reshape the world economy is working.
We think we're doing very well. Again, there'll be a transition cost and transition problems, but in the end, it's going to be a beautiful thing.
White House officials claim pausing so-called retaliatory tariffs was always the plan once U.S. trade partners started clamoring for new trade deals. And they denied the plummeting stock market forced them to act. But the president admitted Wednesday he heard complaints from business leaders and investors.
People were jumping a little bit out of line. They were getting yippy.
A senior administration official told NBC News concerns about the bond market helped convince the president to reverse course, dropping tariffs on most trade partners to 10% for 90 days.
And there's no doubt that the Treasury market yesterday made it so that the decision that, it's about time to move was made, I think, with perhaps a little more urgency, but it was going to happen at any moment anyway.
But the president's trade war with China continues to escalate. The White House clarifying Thursday imported Chinese goods face a 145% tariff. American businesses struggling to keep up.
They're getting, like every 12 hours, notices, emails from their suppliers in China repricing their goods. That is a hard way to run a business.
Wisconsin ginseng exporter Will So is among those caught in the middle.
I never thought I'd be fighting in a war, but I guess I'm fighting in a trade war.
Now Democrats want to know who inside the White House knew about the tariff pause and when, floating accusations of insider trading, and calling for an independent investigation after the stock markets temporarily soared.
When the president sends out a tweet saying it's time to buy, you can bet his friends who are in the know are buying. I think it deserves the closest scrutiny.
I think any idea of insider trading is ridiculous.
Meanwhile, there is some good news for American consumers. New numbers show inflation continues to slow, but many economists are dismissing the report because it came before most of the president's new tariffs took effect. Yamiche Alcindor, NBC News, Washington.